UP Projects is a small non-profit public art agency, and we specialise in taking unusual and high-quality arts into as broad an audience as possible, often going into urban parks and busy public spaces. Portavilion is an ongoing programme that we began in 2008 with the idea of taking contemporary pavilion structures to London's public parks. And this year we invited Raumlabor Berlin, who are a German-based art and architecture practice, to design an inflatable event space.
Emma wanted to have a big space with different atmospheres, could be stage, you know, and we had this idea to this simple bubble to build 3 of this and to melt them. So this is a new invention here, and to using a caravan.
We used an old 1970s caravan which has been customised to form the base for Rosy the Ballerina. Rosy is an extraordinary structure. It's actually made out of very low-tech materials, and it's literally just supported by air.
We hosted Rosy the Ballerina at Tate on the Turbine Hall Bridge and thought it'd be a really excellent opportunity to bring it to another part of the borough, and that's to Burgess Park, to the Mixed Festival, which is a festival for young people in Southwark. It's really interesting to see, you know, how the young people that have come to the Mix today will actually engage with some of the activities that we've got on offer. It's an interesting opportunity to get outside of the gallery and to actually work in a different kind of environment. And, you know, parks and green spaces have, you know, traditionally been used for people to kind of informally enjoy an afternoon, and actually working with artists in this space means that we can actually enrich that experience and develop it. And already, actually, we've been talking to a few people, and their first question is, "What is it?"
Well, it looks quite like a tortoise a bit. It looks like a spider web.
It looks a bit weird.
I really like the way that there are lots of different bubbles.
I didn't really expect it to be called Rosy the Ballerina because it didn't really remind me of ballerina.
We invented this kind of story about Rosy, this girl, with a sad story, which had the dream to be a ballerina, but it was not possible, and the bubble is a symbol of this dream.
She has really become almost like a character. When you're inside, you're very aware of your outdoor surroundings, and the same when you're out in the park, you can see what's happening inside.
I actually feel like I'm outside because it's like really warm, like outside, and it's like you're on the roof of something.
From inside here, obviously inside there's no greenery, but I can actually see that greenery outside.
I actually feel like I'm inside, but you can actually see that there's shadows from outside, so you feel like you're inside, but you're also outside at the same time. We're working with 2 artists who are called Juneau projects.
I suppose the thing that we've always been interested in is ideas of nature and technology, and how those 2 things kind of collide in everyday life, really.
They tend to work outside of gallery spaces as well, so they're interested in green spaces, and given that we're bringing Rosy the Ballerina, which is a sort of inside-outside structure, to the festival today, we thought they could respond in a really interesting way.
Our work often involves sort of participatory elements, and we kind of really like the experience of kind of working with different people. We've sort of worked with everyone from Cub Scouts to soul singers, paid assassins, and who else?
Highland Warriors?
Highland Warriors, yeah. A lot of the artwork that we do relates to sound or music in some way. And we've been building our own homemade instruments for a few years now, using kind of very simple electronics that allow us to make quite sort of sculptural looking instruments. They can be kind of any shape. In this case we'll be using cardboard primarily. So people can make kind of traditional instrument shapes, sort of guitars or drums, or they could make anything they wanted really. Those will have small electronic sensors inside them. So when they tap or pluck their instrument, depending on where they put the sensor, that will trigger a sound. Working inside a structure like this, I think, might sort of reflect on what the people will make.
I made a guitar. I have been playing the piano. I've been making a drum. I've just put some sticky tape on it to make it colourful.
Well, these are the strings where it's supposed to strum, but they've got the electric here, and then you've got to have a special bit where you have to plug it in. I was trying to draw a guitar, and then it came out of sunglasses, so I thought, what can I do out of sunglasses? And then I did the eyes and the sunglasses, and then I did the reflection. I thought, well, that's not really an instrument. So I decided to put a keyboard in the middle, and then we just went on stage.
The keyboard sunglasses with the carton of juice instrument, that's the first time we've seen that.
I think we awarded the trophy wisely.
Working in Rosy's been quite an interesting challenge actually. I think the structure itself certainly drew a lot of attention, and people were just coming in to see what it was and then maybe stuck around to sort of join in with the activities.
The parks have such a kind of diverse range of people visiting them, but they may not necessarily be people who would go to a gallery or a theatre because they feel that perhaps that's not for them.
Rosy provides a really interesting opportunity to kind of connect with these green spaces across London, and actually working with artists mean that we can work beyond the walls of the gallery, we can engage with maybe an audience that might not traditionally come to the gallery.
It's a much sort of less intimidating way to kind of engage with the work, and I think that really kind of breaks down those barriers.